How's it going, everybody? The PlayStation mid-year deal sale is running from now until July 1st, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Alright, with that out of the way, that's enough yapping from me, so let's get straight into it. For $4, 75% off. Gargoyles Remastered is a revival of the 90s 16-bit classic following Goliath as he scales buildings with razor-sharp claws, glides through the air, and battles enemies to save the world from the evil Eye of Odin. Enhanced visuals, animations, and a remastered soundtrack stay true to the animated series, with modern features like instant rewind and a real-time toggle between remastered and classic 16-bit graphics. It's a 70 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 10 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $4, 75% off. Helvetii is a 2D action roguelite set in ancient Gaulish mythology where you choose from 3 unique characters, a fierce war chief, a dexterous fox-turned-man, or a cunning druid, and fight through hordes of creatures to stop a creeping rot consuming the land. Combo strings, parries, juggles, projectiles, and powers from primal deities reshape each randomized run, offering a fresh challenge across multiple playthroughs. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off. Just Cause 3 is an over-the-top open-world action game where you wreak havoc across a Mediterranean island paradise, using wingsuits, grapples, and parachutes to scale buildings, hijack vehicles, and unleash creative destruction. You'll engage in explosive combat with a massive arsenal of weapons, pilot jets, speedboats, and sports cars, and complete dozens of challenges and collectibles while toppling a ruthless dictator. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off. Last Day of June is a cinematic narrative adventure where Carl relives memories and alters past events to prevent the tragic loss of his beloved June. Solve emotional, time-looping puzzles by changing key moments across different perspectives, explore a beautifully stylized world, and experience a heartfelt story driven by visual storytelling, a moving soundtrack, and deeply emotional character moments. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $3, 81% off. Heidelberg 1693 is a challenging 2D action platformer set in zombie-infested 17th century Germany, where you play as one of French King Louis XIV's musketeers battling through authentic historical locations in a somber tale with multiple paths and endings. The signature musket mechanic adds strategic depth, one powerful shot at a time with a long reset, complemented by beautifully animated sprites and cutscenes inspired by silent-era films. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $4, 75% off. Action Arcade Wrestling is a chaotic, over-the-top wrestling game inspired by 90s classics, featuring a roster of over 30 outrageous wrestlers with superhero-like abilities, body slams, pile drivers, clotheslines, and yes, lightning bolts to the face. Download hundreds of user-generated wrestlers and arenas via the Wrestle Lab companion app, from beloved superheroes to feared monsters to an actual shopping cart. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $4, 60% off. Aqua Kitty Milk Mine Defender DX is a fast-paced submarine shooter where a global milk shortage has driven a team of intrepid kittens to drill beneath the ocean seabed, extracting vast reserves of naturally forming full-fat milk while fending off disruptive mechanical sea creatures. Defend the mining kittens in frantic arcade-style underwater action where the stakes and the milk couldn't be higher. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 10 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $2, 80% off. This Way Madness Lies is a comedy JRPG where Imogen, leader of a high school drama society, leads magical girls through alternate dimensions based on Shakespeare plays while battling the forces of nightmare between rehearsals and dinner. Unique turn-based combat, multi-character unite abilities, and a built-in ye olde English translator make this a delightful, all-killer, no-filler romp through the Shakespearean metaverse. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $4, 60% off. Agent Intercept puts you in the driver's seat of the Scepter, the agency's latest high-tech transforming vehicle, as you face off against the criminal organization Claw in explosive arcade-style missions. Dodge enemy fire, mines, and lasers while performing over-the-top stunts, switching between car, plane, and more, and unleashing the Scepter's advanced gadgetry across exotic locations with an original high-energy soundtrack. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $4, 70% off, The Council is an episodic narrative adventure blending choice-driven storytelling, deep character progression, and high-stakes decisions into a tense, intrigue-filled experience. Step into the shoes of a secret society member in 1793, navigating a private island off England's coast where high-profile guests, including Napoleon and George Washington, gather, each hiding secrets and personal agendas that shape the story. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $5, 80% off, Wizard with a Gun is an online sandbox survival game for 1 to 4 players, where you explore a fractured magical wilderness, craft enchanted weapons, and outfit your wizard while navigating dangerous creatures and arcane mysteries. With fully customizable magical weapons and systemic spell experimentation that can lead to either powerful creations or catastrophic mishaps, it delivers a chaotic and creative multiplayer experience. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $3, 65% off, Super Star Wars is a classic action-adventure enhanced for PS4 with updated display, trophies, leaderboards, and new save features, bringing nostalgia with modern improvements. Step into the boots of Luke, Han, and Chewbacca as you battle the evil Empire across iconic locations, from the deserts of Tatooine to Mos Eisley, taking on aliens, stormtroopers, and high-speed vehicle sequences. It's an 83 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $2, 60% off, Downwell is a vertically scrolling action game where a young adventurer descends a mysterious well armed only with his gun boots to fight enemies, dodge traps, and navigate deadly hazards. You leap, shoot, and bounce through procedurally generated levels filled with dangerous creatures, hidden treasures, and escalating challenges, using skill, timing, and strategy to survive deeper and deeper into the darkness. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $4, 90% off, Sherlock Holmes The Awakened is a Lovecraftian mystery adventure where players become Sherlock Holmes, investigating disappearances linked to a dark cult worshipping an ancient god. Explore locations from Baker Street to Swiss asylums and Louisiana wetlands, manage encroaching insanity, and unravel the expanded storyline in this remake of the 2008 title with modern graphics and new gameplay mechanics. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $3, 75% off, Klaus Lee Thunderballs is a retro platformer starring Klaus Lee, an almost cop, almost PI, unknown stuntman, and almost ghostbuster who trained Maverick in both jet flying and beach volleyball, now starring in over 100 levels of classic action with attitude. Create and share your own levels with a built-in cross-platform level editor and discover a potentially endless supply of user-generated stages. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $5, 50% off, 60 Parsecs is a dark comedy sci-fi survival adventure set in the atomic space age, where you have 60 seconds to grab supplies before your space station explodes, and then must keep a crew of woefully unprepared astronauts alive across the cosmos. Make difficult choices, manage soup shortages and other horrors of outer space, and maybe, just maybe, find a new home in this misguided journey full of Cold War paranoia and chrome-plated charm. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $2, 75% off, Stories Untold is a narrative-driven experimental adventure anthology combining text adventure, point-and-click, and genre-defying gameplay across 4 mysterious stories. Explore 80s-inspired retro settings, solve mind-bending puzzles, and interact with bizarre artifacts while experiencing tense psychological horror, a synthwave soundtrack, and unique storytelling that blends mystery, sci-fi, and suspense. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $5, 50% off, Fear Effect is a pioneering cel-shaded cinematic action game where 3 ruthless mercenaries are hired to track down a triad leader's missing daughter in Hong Kong, only for a simple extortion job to spiral into a desperate fight for survival against unimaginable enemies. Revolutionary motion effects technology places 3D characters within dynamic full-motion video worlds where your heart rate directly affects your survival. It's an 85 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $5, 80% off, Moving Out is a chaotic, physics-based moving simulator where you join the Smooth Moves crew and haul furniture through suburban homes, haunted houses, and all sorts of wonderfully absurd environments. You'll lift, toss, and smash your way past obstacles as you race the clock, using momentum, teamwork, and creative problem solving to wrangle everything from sofas to fragile appliances across increasingly wild moving jobs. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $2, 90% off, Candle, The Power of the Flame is a tense adventure puzzle game where young novice Teku must navigate deadly traps, intricate obstacles, and treacherous environments to rescue his tribe's shaman. You'll solve complex environmental puzzles, carefully timing movements, observing subtle cues, and using your surroundings to survive, with each misstep potentially leading to failure in beautifully handcrafted atmospheric levels. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $5, 80% off, The Escapists Supermax Edition is a definitive prison escape simulation bundle, including the original game and all premium content. Master daily routines, plan clever strategies, and execute daring escapes while navigating increasingly challenging prisons, from high-security facilities to themed special locations, using crafting and social manipulation to outsmart guards, unlock secret routes, and complete unique objectives. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $2, 85% off, Between Horizons is a 2.5D pixel art detective adventure set aboard the Zephyr, humanity's first-generation ship, where newly appointed Chief of Security Stella uncovers a conspiracy threatening to unravel the ship's social order and doom its mission. Investigate with a flexible evidence system, confront suspects, and make irreversible moral decisions as wrong answers carry permanent consequences in a branching sci-fi story. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $2, 75% off, We Were Here Too is an online first-person cooperative adventure set in a mysterious medieval castle, where you and a partner are trapped in different areas and must use only your walkie-talkies to communicate, solve puzzles, and find a way to escape. Immerse yourself in the abandoned halls of Castle Rock, uncovering the dark truth behind its grim fate in a thrilling co-op experience built entirely around communication and teamwork. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $2, 75% off, One Finger Death Punch 2 is a fast-paced, two-button brawler where style, precision, and timing combine in relentless kung fu combat against waves of enemies, turning every fight into a cinematic spectacle. Attack left or right, chain together over 26 unique skills, and unleash devastating flurries with over 1,000 possible animations while facing increasingly challenging enemies across a variety of dynamic arenas. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Bulwark Evolution Falconeer Chronicles is a fortress-building sandbox set on the Great Ursea, where you carve a civilization from cliffs and perilous waters tower by tower, managing trade routes, striking alliances, and navigating the consequences of inviting rival factions into your growing empire. Grow populations to unlock faction-unique content, commanders, ships, and abilities across Explore, Free Build, and Total Conquest modes. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.